The story begins in a magic realm, where everyone's got magic, marked with black symbols on their faces as a gift from God. But Regro Bernadette and his not-so-smart son, Mash, live away from it all in the forest. You see, Mash is different. He doesn't have any magic, and that would make people hate him if they found out. So, Regro kept Mash away from everyone, training him in physical strength and speed instead. But one day, Mash just can't resist the temptation of cream puffs in the city. And that's when trouble starts. People notice he's unmarked, and in this magical society, that's a big no-no. Mash, not being used to people, insults the police officers Terry and his boss Brad, who try to arrest him. The unmarked are seen as dangerous, and Mash is no exception. Regro, who found Mash as a baby and raised him, won't let his son be taken away. In a surprising turn of events, Mash defeats Brad, using his incredible strength to swat away spells like they're nothing. Brad offers a deal. Mash can go to Magic Academy, graduate as the top student, and earn the title Divine Visionary to prove himself to God. If he refuses, Brad will report them to the government, and they'll be hunted for life. Mash chooses to attend the academy, not for himself but to keep his father Regro safe. It's a tough choice, but he's ready to face whatever challenges come his way. Brad gives Mash a fake mark so he can take the entrance exam for Easton Academy. The examiner, Claude, doesn't really like Mash because he thinks Mash is just plain lazy. But Mash surprises everyone during the magical demonstrations. He lifts boulders and runs on water without using spells, leaving Claude scratching his head in confusion. The final test is a tricky maze, and this is where things get interesting. Mash crosses paths with Lemon, a shy girl who's been sabotaging him on purpose. But when Lemon faces a monster, Mash saves her, calms her down, and smashes through the maze walls like they're nothing. Turns out, Lemon misunderstood Mash's kindness as a marriage proposal. She spills the beans that Claude forced her to sabotage Mash because she's poor. The headmaster, Wahlberg, disciplines Claude. But Wahlberg gives Mash a test, making it seem like Regro's life is on the line if he fails. Mash is willing to get hurt to save his father and passes the exam. Mash also meets his roommate, Finn, who's a bit wary of him at first. Finn does, however, explain that to become a divine visionary, Mash needs to collect reward coins by excelling in exams, research projects, club activities, and even being popular with classmates. Mash becomes the target of Lloyd, a bully who enjoys tormenting his classmates due to his father's powerful position in the Bureau of Magic and his friendship with Easton's vice principal, Farman. Mash's belongings are secretly vandalized, but he doesn't react with anger, which only infuriates Lloyd more. Finn, under duress from Lloyd, initially vandalizes Mash's things but refuses to continue, leading to Lloyd physically assaulting him. Mash steps in to protect Finn by forcefully subduing Lloyd, which results in his expulsion by Farman. In an act of defiance, Mash buries Farman in a hole, emphasizing that he can do it repeatedly, as no magic can stop him. Despite the Bureau of Magic insisting on Mash's expulsion, Wahlberg intervenes. Wahlberg is growing weary of people like Lloyd who are corrupting the government and society. He offers Mash full support in his legitimate quest to become a divine visionary. Mash's popularity soars after defeating Lloyd. Tom, an overbearing student, insists that Mash joins the Duelo team, a popular sport played on flying broomsticks that rewards coins for winning matches. However, Mash is uncertain about his participation because he cannot use magic to fly. During a Duelo match, Tom is fouled by the opposing captain. This angers Mash, and he demonstrates an extraordinary ability to fake flight by kicking the air so fast that his legs act like helicopter blades. Additionally, he possesses the bizarre talent of throwing a curveball that returns to him like a boomerang, resulting in a record-breaking 999 points. Mash is rewarded with a silver coin but decides to quit the team. Classmate Lance Crown, bearing 2 marks signifying his superior magical strength, traps Finn, Tom, and Lemon in a small bottle to force Mash into a duel, wagering silver coins on the outcome. Lance uses his gravity magic to crush Mash, but Mash counters by smashing the ground beneath their feet. This causes Lance to stumble and drop a picture of his sister, Anna. Flashbacks reveal that Anna has a disease devouring her magic, and once it's gone, the Bureau will execute her as an unmarked. Lance's goal is to become a divine visionary and protect her, even if it means taking other people's coins. Mash's super speed allows him to steal the bottle, and Lance realizes that Mash values his friends just as much as he values Anna. Lance admits defeat, rewards Mash with a silver coin, and leaves Mash pondering whether he could have defeated Lance in a real fight. The Academy divides students into 3 dormitories based on their personalities: Adler for bravery, Orca for intelligence, and Lang for ambition. Mash, Finn, and Lance all belong to Adler. Lance discovers that Mash and Finn haven't completed their potions homework, and to prevent them from embarrassing Adler, he decides to assist them. In their potion-making endeavor, they manage to pacify screaming mandrake plants with sleep magic, although Mash, in his unique style, simply slaps his mandrake unconscious. Interestingly, Mash's potions consistently turn into cream puffs. Tensions rise when Dot, a powerful but not so bright Adler student, becomes jealous when Lemon pays more attention to Mash than him. During a forest scorpion extermination task for coins, a Lang student named Silva tries to provoke Mash. Dot comes to the rescue of a girl named Lauren, only to discover that she possesses the power to enchant any man into her slave if he's even slightly attracted to her. However, Mash's total disinterest in her renders him immune to her manipulation. She sends Dot to fight Silva, which leads to a surprising turn of events. Silva initially boasts about beating Dot, only to make the mistake of causing Mash to drop his beloved cream puff. Silva challenges Dot, wagering that if Dot survives 10 hits from his iron magic, he'll leave Lauren alone. Dot remarkably withstands all 10 hits, but Lauren reveals she was in cahoots with Silva all along. Mash steps in to avenge his ruined cream puff and takes on the 10-hit challenge. He crushes Silva's iron into powder, delivers 2 devastating punches, and calmly informs Silva that he'll punch him 8 more times under the 10-hit rule. Panic sets in for Silva until he hopes a forest scorpion might kill Mash, but Mash swats it away. Silva surrenders, and Lauren tries a final seduction, only for Mash to give her a bridging German suplex into the floor. Dot grudgingly thanks Mash, and their one-sided rivalry continues. Lance informs Mash about Lang's secret leaders, Magia Lupus, 7 noble students obsessed with stealing coins to prevent commoners from getting government jobs or becoming divine visionaries. With a coin from Silva and 2 from the Scorpion, Mash's 5 silvers merge into 1 gold. Lance advises him to steer clear of Lang. Despite the warning, Mash ventures into Magia Lupus headquarters and bluntly asks why Abel is talking to a doll. Abel's desire is to restore a survival of the fittest mentality, as he believes that equality for all leaves no room for strong individuals to succeed. To pursue this goal, he uses his dolls to steal Mash's gold coin. Mash figures out that cutting the strings of the dolls turns them back into humans, freeing Silva. Abel discovers that Mash used his super fast sleight of hand to swap the stolen coin with a button, which surprises him. Silva is baffled by Mash's act of saving him simply because it was the right thing to do. Lemon reveals that Mash possesses Adler's only gold coin, while Lang holds 15. Later, Mash and Lance face an attack by Magia Lupus members, 6th Magic Fang Allor, who can transform into a shark, and 7th Magic Fang Answer, who controls a magical shuriken. They wager gold coins on the outcome. Mash is sent into Allor's underwater pocket dimension to battle him. Lance uses gravity magic to crush Answer and his shuriken. Mash's super speed allows him to swim at over 10 kilometers per hour, knocking Allor unconscious. Lance claims their gold coin, and they are retrieved by 2nd Magic Fang Abyss, a masked member of Magia Lupus who can negate people's spells and moves faster than Mash can punch. After the encounter, Abyss realizes that Mash managed to crack his mask and wonders if Mash is as unique as he is. Lance makes a bold decision to attack Lang at their dorm, even though its location is a well-kept secret. Tom and other students have a nightmarish experience, leaving them drained of magic. Lemon gives Mash a cream puff plush toy for good luck. Lance suspects Magia Lupus is behind it all. To get to the bottom of things, Lance, Mash, Finn, and Dot patrol the school at night. They discover that Lemon has been turned into one of Abel's dolls. Following her, they find a hidden door. Lance and Dot try to open it magically but fail. Mash, using his superhuman strength, simply tears it off its hinges. Inside, they find an underground arena. A Lang student, Shiwen Getsuku, offers to duel them on orders from Magia's 3rd Fang. Dot decides to take up the challenge. Meanwhile, Headmaster Wahlberg receives a warning from the Bureau of Magic about 6 escaped death row prisoners, aided by Innocent Zero. Dot wins his duel, but a spell separates the group, making them easier targets. Lance faces 3rd Fang Worth, while Finn and Dot confront 5th Fang Love and 4th Fang Milo. Mash goes up against Abyss, who realizes that Mash is magic-less. Surprisingly, Abyss sympathizes with him, as his power to negate spells is also scorned by magical society. Mud Magic user Worth tries to recruit Lance into Magia Lupus, promising he'll become stronger than Adler. Lance, however, refuses, thinking that Worth is weak for relying on others. Worth summons a mud demon called Mudero. Lance realizes the absorbing properties of Worth's mud and uses gravity manipulation to pull Mudero apart. Worth is defeated, but Lance respects the effort he put into training. Abyss engages in a fierce battle with Mash. He reveals that a relic is draining Lemon's magic, and in 30 minutes, she'll be permanently magicless. Abyss impales Mash, but Mash's unique ability to tense his stomach muscles prevents the sword from being pulled out. He headbutts Abyss, breaking his mask and revealing his despised evil eye, which nullifies magic. Abyss slows down Mash with a spell, but Mash uses his strength to limit Abyss's movement by smashing the ground. He defeats Abyss with a German suplex. Abyss hates his evil eye, which his parents tried to kill him for. He's loyal to Abel. Mash offers to be his friend, as the evil eye doesn't scare him. Abyss doubts that anyone would never hate him eventually, but warns Mash about Abel's true power. Mash decides to take on Abel anyway, with a plan to enjoy cream puffs with Abyss afterward. An Adler dorm prefect follows a note's directions and discovers a concealed door. Love, a tornado magic user with emotional instability, wants to kill Dot out of jealousy because he claimed to be engaged to Lemon. Dot tries to steal her wand using a smokescreen but ends up trapped inside a tornado. Love reveals that Milo set a trap on the concealed door. Unless they defeat Milo within 30 minutes, Mash will turn to stone. Dot remembers his sister's words about fighting back, especially to protect a friend. He breaks free from the tornado, revealing the Warding Cross era cruise under his headband, signifying his ability to increase his magic power based on his emotions. Love is frightened of his overwhelming power and surrenders. Milo, a stone magic prodigy, is quickly defeated by the Adler prefect, divine visionary Rain Ames, who is a sword magic user and Finn's older brother. Love manages to escape, while Rain encounters Mash. Rain realizes that Mash is the student headmaster Wahlberg told him he could trust. He warns Mash about Abel and informs him that if he defeats Abel and reclaims all the stolen coins, Mash will instantly become a candidate for the newest divine visionary. Rain continues with his own mission, and Mash finally reaches Abel. Abel tries to control Mash, making him harm himself, but Mash manages to snap the magic strings. Abel then summons a doll version of Finn, believing that Mash won't hurt a friend. However, Mash surprises him by snapping the doll's strings with a gold coin using his curveball technique. He successfully kicks Abel in the face, but Abel manages to turn Mash into a doll. When Abel attempts to take Mash's coin, he discovers it's actually a cream puff. Suddenly, doll Mash punches him out of self-preservation instinct, breaking the spell and turning Mash back to normal. Abel, infuriated, summons his strongest doll, Harm Puppet, but Mash defeats it by smashing the doll, destroying its strings, and slamming Abel's head into the floor. During the confrontation, Abel recalls that his mother was a kind woman who tried to help the less fortunate, but a commoner killed her simply for being a noble. This traumatic event led to Abel's firm belief that the weak deserve to be used. Nevertheless, he concedes defeat to Mash, surrenders his coins, and releases all the students he turned into dolls, including Finn, Lemon, and Dot. However, Lance is still missing. Elsewhere, Rain discovers that Lance is actually a disguised member of Innocent Zero, searching the school for something. Since Abel has failed to find it, Rain rushes off to confront Abel, leaving Rain to face off against the cannibalistic serial killer John Pierre. As the Innocent Zero mage arrives to eliminate Abel, a poorly timed sneeze from Mash results in him being covered in cream, leaving everyone bewildered. The mage, with a hint of disgust, realizes that Mash is the one he's been searching for. Abyss is nearly killed while saving Abel, and the mage realizes that Mash saved Abyss from a fatal blow by throwing a well-aimed rock at the mage's wand. Abel is confused as to why Abyss tried to save him, but Mash points out that Abyss probably felt grateful that Abel accepted him when no one else did. Abel recalls his mother's teachings about empathy, and he uses this to distract the mage, allowing Mash to land a punch. However, the mage's skin is protected by indestructible carbon. Refusing to believe that Mash is relying solely on physical strength, the mage uses a spell flexion mirror to reflect Mash's spells back at him. To everyone's surprise, Mash smashes the mirror, unintentionally revealing that he has been using only physical strength since joining the academy because he is magicless. The mage finally discloses his true identity as Cell War before teleporting away. Abel takes Abyss to the infirmary for treatment. Mash's friends decide to keep his secret, but they soon realize that Abel's 100 freed dolls, now back to their human forms, overheard everything, exposing Mash's secret. Meanwhile, Cell reports to his father that he has finally located Mash, and that wraps up another thrilling recap. But the adventure doesn't end here. Prepare to be shocked by our second recap's unexpected plot twists, and witness the evolution of your favorite characters. Subscribe to our channel if you want more twists, turns, and heart-pounding stories. Stay tuned for our next recap.